Welcome to the AfriFreedomChannel. Disclaimer: the following content is intended for educational, analytical, and commentary purposes only. In a bold and unexpected move, Angola has issued a 24-hour eviction notice to all Chinese nationals, accusing them of laundering mineral resources and devastating the environment.
Dívida então com esses chineses é de quanto? Que não acaba. Vejam aqui caravana dos chineses. Essa dívida é de quanto? Bye bye. Essa dívida é de quanto? Angola então deve quanto é na China que não acaba. Vamos então. Mas Angola então deve quanto é com os chineses? Bye bye. Bye bye. Dívida então é de quanto é? Dívida então é de quanto é que temos com esse país que nunca acaba, ué? Dívida então é de quanto é que não acaba?
Essa dívida nunca vai acabar.
Essa dívida não acaba. Essa dívida não acaba. Essa dívida não acaba. Essa dívida vai acabar que dia? Essa dívida não acaba. Dívida então é de quanto é? Não vi mais. Essa não sai da obra. A obra acabou o contrato. Essa dívida não acabou ainda. Me explica, para ti essa dívida é quanto que eles têm com esse país?
Nunca vai acabar essa dívida.
Para ti a dívida que a China tem com Angola, a Angola tem com a China é de quanto? Que não acaba?
Falta pouco, são 3 meses.
3 meses de dívida. Dívida de quanto é, Mocoda? Consegue imaginar essa dívida que não acaba?
Epa.
Explique num coxa aqui.
Essa dívida aqui, está aqui.
This marks one of the most aggressive anti-foreign resource exploitation policies seen in Africa in recent years. But what does this mean for Sino-African relations? For years, China has been embedded deep within Africa's mining and infrastructure sectors, but who is really benefiting from this relationship? Are we finally witnessing an African government putting sovereignty over silent economic colonization? And as this action unfolds, what happens to the millions of dollars worth of mineral extractions already taken out of Angola, often with little or no accountability? Who will clean up the ecological and economic mess left behind? Can more African countries follow Angola's lead, or will they remain entangled in debt diplomacy? Tell us in the comments, is Angola setting a bold example, or is this a dangerous geopolitical gamble? Meanwhile, in Kenya, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has confidently declared that there is no way Ruto can steal the 2027 election. As strange as
William Ruto was strong in the Rift Valley and the mountain. He won only in those 2 places. He lost in Coast, he lost in Northeastern, he lost in Lower Eastern, he lost in Nyanza, he lost everywhere else. He only won in the Rift Valley, and he won in the Mount Kenya region. And the numbers in those regions are huge. So even you look at it from a very objective point of view, you could tell as you are campaigning where he was strong and where he was not. And the same was reflected in the outcome. And that is why we are saying, using the same observation, he has now lost Ukambani. It's gone. He has lost Nema. He has lost Kisii. He has lost Western. He has lost the payslip holders, all of them. And they are like 3 million. The payslip holders. There are 3 million. And every payslip holder has a minimum influence over 2 people. He has lost the Gen Zs. There is no way he can steal that election. It's not possible. Let me tell you, and I want you to call me here and ask me a question. I'm a political scientist and I've been at it for a long time. Since I left university in 1988, I have been in every election. And I never go to the losing side.
Session considering the elections are still years away. The remark has sparked a storm of debate online, with many wondering why such a defensive tone is necessary so early. If there's truly no plan to rig, why make such a statement now? Is Gachagua trying to control a narrative before it begins, or is he responding to internal fears within the Kenyan political elite? And if the Kenyan public is already questioning the credibility of an election that's 2 years away, what does that say about the level of trust in their democratic institutions? Will the youth of Kenya sit back and watch history repeat itself, or will they rise to demand accountability before it's too late? Your thoughts matter. Drop a comment and let your voice be heard. And now to a spiritual yet political voice, Pastor Chris Oyakilom has joined the growing conversation on GMOs in Nigeria, declaring that the fight is not over. In a country by...
I told you about the GMOs. And they've genetically modified your fruits, your vegetables. Think about it. They're trying to control your food production. They're telling you what's better for you and destroying your natural seeds. Don't let it happen. Because if you take their artificial seeds, which are patented, they decide when you can sow, how often. And they're modified, they can't reproduce, except how many times they're programmed to, if at all. And that'll help accelerate the food shortage that the Bible talks about that'll come in the world. Get smart, get wise. They're destroying the farms for a reason. They're attacking the farmers for a reason. To dispossess them and create hunger. And it's still about their war against the populations of the world. They want world population to be reduced to their manageable numbers. 500 million. Now, talking about the population, when I told you that they were wrong, I also told you that we were working on it because we were the only ones in the whole world with sufficient workforce to give you estimates of population in the world. Because we are compelled to reach out to the world. We are compelled by our Lord to reach out to the whole world and find even those that the world will never look for. And so when I told you that their estimate of 8 billion people was a farce, I was right. Think about it. We have the most comprehensive list of the world's languages. What the United Nations stated is so small compared to the full truth. Of course, you can't trust them. They can't even, they don't even do anything. That's why I call it the United Nations Organization. It's just an organization. A rogue organization, by the way. They have to wake up. So you're talking about an estimate of about 11 billion people in the world. And the research that was published recently stated exactly the same things that I told you. What are they going to, what are they going to say? How would you make up for almost 4 billion people that you never recognized existed? You have to first admit that your previously stated number came from nowhere. They're like Fauci's COVID rules, 6 feet COVID rules, social distance. All right? Fauci was asked, how did you come about this? I just thought it up. I thought it up, and he made the whole world comply with it. Except the fact that we killed it. Leaders and governments followed Fauci's prescriptions, and he couldn't defend it scientifically. He was asked. At the Senate, he was asked, how did you come about this? He said, I thought it up. But that's what I told you before. I told you it was not based on science. The masking was not based on science. Based on what? Fauci thought it up. And that's the same way they thought up the population numbers. So the next time your brain is saying 7.9 billion, 8 billion, that's because that's what they told you. The same people that told you there were only 9 planets many years ago. Only for them to come and say, oh, sorry, there are more than 50. More than 50? Not even 12. I mean, I can take, okay, you made a mistake. Now you say there are more than 50. Really? So all those people who failed their exams, so work on this. 7 areas, watch them.
Battling hunger, poverty, and poor agricultural systems, the GMO debate has become deeply divisive. Are GMOs truly a path to food security, or are they a corporate Trojan horse threatening Africa's sovereignty and health? What role should faith leaders play in national debates like this? When Pastor Chris speaks, millions listen, but is the Nigerian government listening too? Is the rejection of GMOs a scientific stance, or a resistance against foreign corporate control of our food systems? When farmers no longer own their seeds, do they still own their land? It's time to ask, are we feeding ourselves, or being fed an agenda? Tell us what you believe in the comments below. Africa is at a turning point. From Angola's dramatic stand against China, to the tension brewing in Kenya's 2027 elections, to the heated debate over GMOs, the question remains, who truly controls Africa's future? Is it the people, the politicians, or the profit seekers? As always, thank you for watching the AfriFreedom channel. Your voice, your awareness, and your engagement make this platform stronger. Stay conscious. Stay bold. Stay unshaken. The future belongs to those who refuse to be silenced.